All right, Yoshi. I see your SKU What's up? I see your sounding. Whenever you're
All
ready.
right, so I got 3 or 4 soundings all spanned out here. Let me link to the first one. Actually, do we have one before that? No, I don't. Okay, good. I think I have everything planned out. Awesome. Okay, so first off, if Pat, you could go to, let me get it here. H triple R. Let me go to H triple R and go to the earliest hour where we start to see some really good conditions.
Sure.
It's going to be H triple R at 0Z at, I'd say 39 hour. Let me
39.
link to that.
All right. I'm ready.
Oh, it's already on?
For
Oh, awesome. All right. That's okay, cool. Um, so at 39 hour, that's where we start to see the line going. It's a very thin line. It's a cold front, I believe.
Yeah.
So this is a, so it's going to be a quick one, but it's going to be a hard one. I'm going to tell you that one.
Mhm.
It's very thin, I'd say about 10 to 15, maybe 20 miles wide worth of rain.
Okay.
And if we advance to hour 40 over here, we see it continue to go down. And by 41 hour, it starts to reach near the National Weather Service Tampa Bay area. So it is at 17Z right now, which, if I'm doing my quick math correct, that is about early afternoon on Sunday.
Yeah.
And and 41 hour is when we start to get some of these really good looking soundings over here. I got one at 41 hour. It's one we showed earlier, but possible hazard type of tornado. It had really good cape for Florida. It even had a dry spike, which I tried asking you, Pat. I don't think you saw it, but
Hmm?
correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure a dry spike near the 500 millibar level indicates some good hail properties to it, yeah?
Yeah, I would say so.
All right.
I'd say so,
Since
but
we've been
not not to some extent I would say so, but yeah.
all right. We've been seeing a good amount of that lately on the H triple R, especially once we go near places like St. Petersburg or going places surrounding the old Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And to my new soundings, if I have it here, there we go, to the My Goodness one. The My Goodness one is at hour 42. So if we go to hour 42, we see it enter Citrus County and even Hernando County.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, I don't know what's causing this much. I haven't looked at that yet, but it does start to like thicken up a bit. If you compare
Yeah.
40, 41, and 42, 40 has this very thin line, like 5, 10 miles.
Yep, I see it.
42 has something closer to 10 to 15, maybe even 20.
Yeah, juicy. So what am I saying? It plump it thickens up a little bit.
Yeah.
What am I trying? What am I?
Um,
Uh,
so this
screen brain.
sounding, oh my goodness, one at hour 42, it is at, I believe, Spring Hill. So we're looking in Hernando County right now, right near Pasco. And it has 2,000 cape. This sounding has the highest cape I have personally seen in a Florida severe weather in a while, possibly even ever. I don't think I've ever seen 2,000, which isn't saying much because I know there is events that are way better than this.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, this is a really, really good slide event. If we go to this one is ours, also our 42. I'm gonna link it to that one. It is the
I'm following on
one
Pivotal.
3 to 5 miles south of Newport Richey. For those who know,
Yeah.
if you look in live no mic, I have it linked now.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. I'm on Pivotal Weather right now, so.
All right, awesome. It has slightly lower cape, not that much though. 2,040 versus 1,950.
Yeah.
It's not that much, honestly, in the relative look of things. And if you see that, I don't know if the actual sounding is up right now, but if you see near just above the 500 millibar line,
Yeah.
this is where I believe this is where it's like hail spikes are most important. We
Sure.
got a very severe hail spike right there.
Okay.
And if we look at the earliest sounding, I didn't mention this earlier, you don't have to go back to it.
Okay.
But for significant hail analogs, we do see a 3-inch right there.
Yeah.
And looking, and it's not just H triple. I've been mostly looking at H triple R because H triple R is pretty good at this sort of stuff. If we look at rap, it's not as significant, and we'll tell you, rap doesn't have it as powerful as worrying as the H triple R does.
All
However,
right.
if we look at the rap sounding, gonna link to that. There we go. Rap 21Z, this is at 44 hours, so that would also be about midday. That'd be 40 to 41 hour now. If we look at this, we do have a slight drop off of moisture of the dew point up in the atmosphere right above 500 millibars. It's not as significant as we saw in the other ones, but it's still something that I do want to watch. Pretty sure the next long range rap is going to be at 0-3.
All right.
Tape on the rap, it's not as much as it is on BH but it's still something to look at. I will tell you, I believe that if I'm reading that right, 1700. So it's not nothing to scoff at.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
And for what I know about photographs, all of these photographs we've been looking at so far, looking at the top right, that is pretty good photographs for a Florida severe setup.
Yeah, I can see
Now,
that.
the broader question would be, what could actually happen? I've been saying a whole lot of gibberish pretty much to the normal person, which I probably should have said that first, but whatever. So basically, what all of that means is that, personally, what I'm seeing is we could very well get very strong storms lasting about an hour to 2 hours, depending on what area you're in. The more northern you go, the longer lasting and probably stronger it will be. And if you're on the Tampa Bay area being anywhere from Sarasota up to Citrus County, if you're on the coast, you're probably going to get the worst of it.
Mhm.
Places like Pasco and Hernando beaches will probably get the hardest of it. What I'm possibly seeing, I don't see much of a tornado threat here. I do think 1 or 2 spin-ups are possible due to like the general environment and the Cape.
Yeah.
But mostly what I'm seeing is wind and hail, especially hail is probably going to be my biggest concern looking at what we've seen everything so far. The strong storms, good enough looking photographs, and the really, really good hail spikes going on in these soundings.
Yeah.
But again, just because I'm saying that the most prevalent is hail doesn't mean wind and tornadoes won't exist. Wind is probably just as dangerous in this situation as the hail would be. And tornadoes, once again, I said a few spin-ups, this could very well change, and I believe this may turn a bit stronger if the models really want it to be, which is totally possible.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this right now. This is the best looking setup I have seen in 2 years, at least.
Wow. For Florida.
For Florida, yeah.
Oh,
There's been
wow.
a few in hand, and those usually like whenever an enhanced comes, it busts. But pretty much, at least in 2 years of tracking this sort of stuff, maybe it's because I have more knowledge on it. That's totally possible, but at least in my experience, this is probably one of the best setups I'm seeing so far for a straight line like this. Hurricanes, I've seen better setups, but we're not in hurricane season right now. Don't focus on that.
Yeah,
All right.
our time will
So
come.
for winter cold front setups, one of the best I've seen so far.
Wow. Well, we'll have to see what happens with that. But what's the biggest takeaway that our audience could get from this?
If you live in Florida, make sure to be prepared for hail and wind mainly on Sunday. And if you have any activities that you have to go outside for, I'd on Sunday morning to late afternoon, don't do it.
Yeah.
It's likely that there is going to be some very windy storms around there, possibly severe. And
Yeah.
I'd recommend following up on the Storm Prediction Center, and for anyone in Tampa Bay, this is mainly Tampa Bay, really, in my opinion. Looking up at National Weather Service Tampa Bay, look at them, and just prepare for an event like this, because I can't say anything with 100% certainty. It could die off tomorrow. It could become an even bigger threat tomorrow. That's what we have to look at. HRRR, even the models I'm using, even just 40 hours out, get it wrong a lot. And this could be one of those situations. This could not want to be those situations. I simply don't know. I'm going off the data of what I'm seeing.
All right.
Yoshi, I would like to say real quick, talking about those line of storms, we were just talking about a while ago, before you arrived. I want to communicate this real quick, that the HRRR, RAP, and the NAM all agree on a shortwave area in Mississippi, along with, they all connect with the trough very well. Those same runs do a decent line of storms on Florida, so that's a good point to mention. What happens in Mississippi can affect Florida too. It's not one state, it's multiple.
Yeah.
So we'll monitor this as it goes.
All right.
I'm gonna look at the XRRR as it goes and whatnot.
Okay.
Now, the next one I want to see, it's coming really soon, actually. RAP 03Z, I believe, is the next one, where it goes up to 51.
It should, should be starting to come out in the next 45 minutes or so.
Oh, awesome.
Pat,
All right.
if that model trends to shortwave that we were talking about a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, Kristen can help me with this one, since I don't know much about shortwaves and whatnot.
Sure.
I know a lot about Florida weather, I'll tell you.
500 to 700. Have you seen what they call isobars, right? The little lines. They're little kinks.
Yeah, I know those.
They're little kinks. They're kind of.
Let me grab my pivotal web real quick.
Brendan's better at this than me, by the way, Yoshi, if he's here. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, he left? Oh, that's bad. I think I see it.
Yeah.
I think I see it. Let me screenshot it, and Kristen, you can tell me whether if I'm looking at the right thing. Live no mic. This is what is it? 21 hour? 28 hours, sorry. 28 hour. 04Z Sunday.
Normally you would like to look at it. That's backwards. Normally you would like to look at it in front of lines or in front of supercells or with the event itself.
Okay. So I gotta look like 21 then, probably.
Okay.
23. I'm not seeing much pink and isobar so far.
At the front of the line between when the confluence tries to happen and yeah.
Nice.
The 500 millibar, I like looking at that.
Oh, 500. Okay, let me look at 500 then.
Yeah.
500. That is not it. Upper air. 500 millibar height wind.
Yes. You can also. It's more rare to see it at 700, 850.
All right.
But can try to look.
Where are you seeing it at? I'm not finding any like kinks in the isobar.
I showed Pat earlier. With all the models
I
showing.
think I see it. Is it this 570?
I would have to see.
Yeah.
Let me get it.
Yeah. All right. While you guys are working on that, Tyler, what are your thoughts on everything you've heard so far?
Good. Wait, hold up. Yeah. So. Yeah. So for Rob, Yoshi just said just be prepared. Have your phone alerts turned on. And make sure you're able to hear them.
Yeah.
Especially not just in Florida, especially are in Mississippi tonight with the
Yeah,
QLCS.
yeah, and
Yep.
I just and I yeah, my people in Louisiana. I mean, I know we went from a blizzard sliding down the levees and stuff to this, but I guess that's just Louisiana's weather in a nutshell. But have your yeah,
Oh,
have
crap.
your phone alerts turned on, and we've been through a lot of squall lines before, but this one could be fairly damaging. So just have those turned on. This I believe it well, for our area in southeastern Louisiana, I think this is an overnight event from what I've heard. I,
Um, and
I,
I would like to say, as James Spann said, especially when your soil is so saturated, you have
Yep.
rainfall coming down pretty fast. It only takes 40 miles per hour in densely forested areas to knock a tree down on a mobile home, on a
yep,
car, on the roadway, especially with wake lows and
Yeah.
mesoscale lows,
and
especially with
I think that also applies to the fact that I heard some of our trees, mainly palm trees, are dead because of the snow.
oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Are
Yeah,
the
That's not
oh,
yeah,
optimal.
that's pretty
one of
cool.
our local palm trees died from the snow.
Aw.
Oof. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and and also hope all your grass is healed because all of our grass died too.
Oof.
Hey, you know what's
That
crazy,
sucks.
Tucker?
Yeah,
Palm trees can survive hurricanes just fine, but one sprinkle of snow, I can't take it
Oh
anymore.
my
yeah.
god.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that
it was
sucks.
like, well, yeah, for my town, it was a foot of snow. So
What's crazy
But
about it is I was down there for just a week beforehand, seeing palm trees all over the place in downtown New Orleans, and then
yeah,
this
how was New
yeah.
happens.
Orleans, by the way?
Yeah, it's crazy.
How was New Orleans?
What?
I said, how was New Orleans
It
when you
was all
visited?
right. It was all right. I had fun. I had fun down there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's good. I
yeah,
wish I could have gone to AMS, but I couldn't go.
that's fair. But yeah. All right. Yoshi, Tristan, you got more stuff you want to talk about, or
I'm looking at the new icon run
okay?
to look at it.
What's up? Oh,
Oh, I was
Honestly,
saying
that's
I'm
it.
looking at the new icon run. I'm seeing what it's showing right now.
okay, cool.
I mean, that's it for me. We touched on everything I wanted
Yeah,
to
I
talk
feel.
about, right?
I mean, unless Yoshi has more to say, I feel like I've covered everything here on the stream tonight that I wanted to talk about because we got severe weather, we got the winter weather, we got this weekend we got the winter weather for Tuesday through Friday. We covered a lot of stuff tonight. So unless Yoshi has more he wants to bring up, I'm gonna call it a night. So yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, hold on.
Oh,
I'm seeing a very interesting pattern on the icon so far.
okay.
So on the 18Z run, all
All
right,
right.
18Z run, it had an average of something like 430 cape.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at mixed layer cape right now at 48 hour. So let me go back to 42 hour.
Yeah.
And 42 hour had nothing actually. Okay. 48 hour.
Yeah.
Wait, no. No, my bad. I'm looking at
Yeah.
48 hour
Yo,
on
sorry to.
18Z. It's
Okay.
42 now. My bad.
Okay. Okay.
Average of had an average of about 410 cape. All right.
Yeah.
Trying to get my point now.
Yeah. All right.
And now
Yeah.
the
Sorry to
points
interrupt
were
you,
like
but we got a
500.
$5 donation from Jacob McDaniel. Hey, thanks for the
Ooh, good
donation, man.
job. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
shout
That was
out
the first
shout
picture
out
on
to
a
you,
live
man.
stream.
Thanks for the $5 dono. We appreciate it tonight here on the Pat's Path Predictor channel.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yep. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
And the highest points were a bit more north of about 510. Now looking at the 00Z run, all right. Now we have an average of about, I'd say, 600 to 630 cape in mixed layer, and I'm seeing stuff closer to 800 at some locations. Now, sadly, Icon doesn't have soundings, which is very sad, but I will tell you, looking at this alone so far is very, very interesting, because that does mean that these bigger models also want something to like go up, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
Bolt shear, looking at it, that's about 40 to 50. Oh, bolt shear also went up. All right.
Oh, that's
I'm looking at bolt
interesting.
shear surface to 500. I'm seeing 42, maybe a 45 near the coast. And now I'm seeing 45s everywhere along the Tampa Bay area. And I'm seeing some 50s closer to the back of Hernando County. So we are already seeing some uptrends, it looks like. I'm waiting for Wrap Zero Free before I really say anything definitive.
Yeah.
But this is looking interesting, and I wouldn't be too surprised if the other models also decide to follow suit.
Yeah, I agree. And I think a slight risk for parts of Florida would be a good call based on this recent
Oh,
data.
certainly.
So, yeah, thank you for sharing that. Is there anything else that you got?
Unless if we're waiting until 11, then no, I don't.
Yeah,
So far.
I'm probably gonna end it right up. I'm probably gonna end it right about now. So,
Yeah.
All right.
yeah. All right.
If you do want, can I share my Twitter account real quick?
Oh,
I forgot to
absolutely.
ask.
Yeah. Go right ahead. Let me go right
All
ahead.
right. Thank you. So my Twitter account is gonna be sharing
If you have a link
almost
to it,
live
I
updates.
can put it in the chat for you.
Yeah, sure. Let me put it in live no mic then.
Yeah, go right
Yeah.
ahead and do that.
Damn.
Yeah.
There we
And
go.
also,
So
yeah. Oh,
I'm gonna
sorry.
be sharing almost live sharings on this, like what I find in model updates and whatnot, and real time updates. If you're someone from Florida and you're a weather nerd, or you just want to look at the weather and find out what we do, then looking at my account would be
Yeah.
great, probably.
Yeah. Be sure to follow Yoshi on Twitter. It's in the pinned chat above if you want to go ahead and do that. He would really appreciate it if you went and followed him
Be
tonight.
Gonna
So,
be sharing a lot of model updates tonight.
oh,
And tonight
absolutely.
is probably gonna be the most important thing about this. Whether if it uptrends, then we're probably gonna see it uptrend through Saturday. If it downtrends, gonna see it downtrend through Saturday. So if you want to see live updates like that, go to my Twitter, and you'll see everything happening in almost real time.
Yeah.